One with nature.
Let's get down to business. There's more. There's more. Finally,
Clouds high. The birds call.
The fairy. The fairy.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is, though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else on...
How strange. Let's keep going. Time to go.
It's my lucky day.
Into the wind. Time to go.
Finally, how's
The
that?
wind knows me.
It's my lucky day.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
To the fairy.
One with nature.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that he cannot hold out.
But... what?
I will be careful with. He's. Time to go. One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. Time to go.
Are you okay?
Yes.
The Sheen's grown
Perhaps this time?
true form? What are you... Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of gem!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, maybe you did truly. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was you wanted to reach it, but regrettably, we are the only one who truly under.
Huh? What's that?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep... Yep!
Don't worry, it's just.
Let's get down to business.
The wind knows me.
Taste my
Finally,
Time to go.
You fought way better with your...
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travel. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you...
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how too much time has passed. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and design. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatar...
I sensed it, but
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you... I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly? I said to him,
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. Not to vent his frustration and hatred. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never. So he instructed this sentient blade. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith.
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith...
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, he seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that but darkness and not only did I fail to
You are finally seeing...
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his. So, may I ask...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you... My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some...
His attitude... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance to... My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the... You are a fine warrior. I would like to
Oh? And who would...
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate...
Understood. Then let's start by waking him.
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, if a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim.
There's no need to worry.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux class. Yep, we still can't let our guard down, even now. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ish...
Successor of Amenoma art. Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades.
It is my honor...
One with nature. That hurts. It's fine. Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds call.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, his sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave.
I must apologize to you for all...
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I... It is too late.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not... I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a word. I beseech you, please understand.
Yes, I too trust me.
Thank you. Success.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would... Maybe we can go back there.
What does he want to go?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to a...
It's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, but I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bantan Sango...
Really?
Yes. Bad. And now that Yuya is back, it's...
I think I know what you want.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Yes. He said he wants to take control.
What? No!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's will. I have decided...
You... But... He...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let...
Special cutscene?
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Special cutscene.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind.
What's the name? The name?
Tsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
That's a cool blade.
Rest in peace.
That was pretty cool.
So... That's why his consciousness will disappear.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved only in the final moments.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. Also, speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh,
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
wait! Shouldn't we all...
Oh, and it's also time to give him a
Fuck, I'll just teleport there.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon.
Wow, you sure kept...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts.
You misunderstand.
I am aware, but I still desire to.
Very well, I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need...
Great. Thank you for your...
Where will you travel to?
I'll probably... As for my next destination,
Fontaine?
let's see where the wind takes
Oh,
me.
okay. Alright. Hey, you can always go to Mondstadt. You're gonna say shit like that.
Mr. Nagato's survival is the one silver lining, and we will continue to monitor his condition and...
So what the fuck happened to
Nagato?
Nagato?
Questions after our last conversation with Nagita.
Whoa!
Paimon was ready to...
What the fuck? Okay, I didn't expect that. Alright, so you just gave me the fucking sword. Okay. This is an interesting one. Like, I don't have Kazuha, so I can't really give that to him. Who could have it? I'm sure he has Skyward Blade. She already has Aminoma, Kaguichi. I guess he could have it, but not really. I don't trust Kaya with that shit, bro. I don't trust Kaya. Bro, just... Maybe I'll keep it and save for safekeeping for now. Or this is gonna be the final story before Fontaine. Oh wait, Baishu still hasn't come out as a character? I thought Baishu was already a character.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Does he have a British accent?
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's
Also, is he
area of
from
research.
Inazuma?
I want to write my essay on something.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? What, is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Great! Let's go find out what this...
Interlude. Do 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 do.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're...
Hey, what's with that face? Don't...
No, of course I believe you. Actually, this is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe...
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so... Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be...
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact...
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past.
If you don't mind, I'd love to...
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a...
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's...
Let me give you some background. This all started with the... But in the end, apart from the swordmaker, his servant...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And what?
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted... It just so happens that even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa.
He has a lisp.
Enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Who is this voice actor? I've never heard him before. What the fuck? Could it be?
Wait, so there are two missing people?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the...
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah,
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa was a distant relative. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all...
the Kaidahara?
Sawada, you left out the biggest...
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget?
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human.
A puppet?
Has to be the balladeer. Yeah. But what was he doing 400 years ago?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your...
No! Why?
I agree. It does. But considering that...
Oh, and please read my...
Fuck, bro. Okay. Bro!
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think... how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between...
Wait! You're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Guess, oh my god. Paimon, shut the fuck up. Please. It's not like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. Besides, if they're really...
good point. Okay, back to the draw.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to...
Alright, thank you. If you find out any more...
Cool.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics. Hey, did you see that? literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Nahida! Nahida, ini. Hello.
Traveler, Paimon, Nahida! Bad news. Did he escape or...
Sure enough.
Hey! What are you doing in the Sanctuary of... I know you must have a lot of questions. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal. A deal?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe... But if that's the case...
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But Paimon's worried...
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you...
Don't you dare try to... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Bro, we gotta get Jean-Li in here. He's the god of contracts. We need him to like oversee what's fair here.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with it.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to... Wait a second. Farmer? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human... So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear.
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion to the side. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage...
All right.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
If Nahida wasn't so cute.
Are you serious? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, yes. As I told... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So... You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender Kit. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some trait the amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we... I understand. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, our minds have connected several times before. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a... If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he can. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former harbinger. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the. Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Hello.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when—
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be—
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on
Sounds like a successful run. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else. Fine. Let's go.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path.
You sure?
If there are no further or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh. The snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure. Is this a small sapling? Oh, Garnick! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this... Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like...
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of him. Pick your jaws up off the floor.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense for the...
Yes. Permission to begin...
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out.
Bro, are we really gonna just walk as slowly as possible? Can I just like run past you? I can't. Fuck.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
Shut the fuck up. Just trying to like think right now. On, like what might happen.
What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida...
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to...
Will do.
Huh. For once, we...
Traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've also invited...
Huh? What the... We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus,
Paimon's never tried this before.
It's like Young Justice with Miss Martian.
Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems...
as I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds them answered. Well done. Smart. So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki...
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like luck.
Oh? Those two men...
So the guessing got...
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not in... Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of... Of course you do. You can't have your...
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. Huh?
This light. It looks simple.
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement!
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so? I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is as I understand, the Raiden Shogun the forging industry with crystal merit. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks...
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right.
You flatter me. From the out...
So you say, Escher. But is it...
My good sir...
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke, and recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem... Why, Mr. Niwa...
Enough! I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your... I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look in your eyes...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this.
You really turned your back on someone you can't even fucking trust. You're a dumbass.
You're a little... I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my it's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person.
Fuck, was this the guy? Was this the last person that made Scaramouche like finally snap?
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
Or was it the blacksmith or something? It was the blacksmith,
It's no trouble at all. Patience. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm
my
a Fatui Harbinger.
God.
Call me the Doctor.
So I thought the doctor was from Sumeru. I didn't think it was in Fontaine.
The Fatui?
Just to create a...
That's it. That's why you gave up.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its My device functions precisely as you say. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up...
If you give, he has nothing to prove to anyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Mr. Niwa.
Okay.
Dead.
See, this is not, I don't know why I thought it was a blacksmith. So he had like 4 betrayals, was it? Or 3? It was the Shogun, and then there was another guy that cast him out. I thought that this would be him because it was like brown hair and everything. Because I'm pretty sure the second guy had brown hair or something. And the third one, he said that there's a friend that he knew that gave into it, I guess. Or gave into his mortality or whatever the fuck he said. But that guy was holding a toy, so I assumed that it was a kid. So who is this? Which one is this?
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful.
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from
I see.
Fontaine? But why did we...
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory.
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace.
So wait, so is this the third guy? Because I know there were 4, but I don't remember the third guy. I just remember him being betrayed by one guy, and then the last guy is a kid.
You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
If the betrayal never happened, it only exists in his imagination, but where does this leave him?
Give him some space.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor...
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. And of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, after the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
What is Tartaglia's like little nickname then? There's Balladeer, there's the Doctor, there's Jester, there's Fair Lady. Who is Tartaglia? Is it just Tartaglia?
load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion, and the mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said the mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as the balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow,
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned...
Yes. Only if you...
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Nope, I can't walk past this. Okay. Nope, okay. A while later, great.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Sure.
Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't.
Hey, are you...
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part...
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since
Huh?
the reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul, it might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens...
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
Huh.
I don't know the details. It's up to you. Did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission?
Very.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of... I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me, in this world, is it possible?
Oh, fuck.
Done.
Huh? What the?
Nothing. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be... But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared.
Oh, is he gonna do... Ah, fuck!
Oh no.
Oh, can you...
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or...
Where the heck did he go?
Ugh, don't be. It's not your fault. We're running out of time.
Special cutscene? Oh, nope. Never mind. Also, the Jester lived with Lumen for a while? Like, wait, why? Right? That's the question I should have asked. Like, why?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and I'm sorry. This...
An emergency?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances...
Her voice is gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big at... He wants to change the past? But surely that's not right! You can't just rewrite history. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what... Paimon's so... Huh? Sorry, Paimon accidentally, but erasing yourself from history?
Oh no, that's gotta be important.
Is that really possible?
That's gotta be important. That's gotta be important. So what's gonna happen? Either that's because that's a bad omen, or it breaks, and then history gets rewritten, and it's not broken anymore because it just got replaced or whatever.
Paimon's had it with that little brat. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise... There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's... So... How about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Andrean chili chicken. Oh! Also, Adeptus Temptation gold...
My fucking god. Special cutscene? Oh, never mind. It's not.
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. Is that a food... What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it some... So, the balladeer. Is that... Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but... Is everything okay? You're acting...
Okay, so it's still broken. That was just a bad omen. Okay. So what did she do? What did Nahida do?
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't the once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futs, the art of forging practiced by most of the great swordsmith clans of old, but fortunately, Kaede Harakaza recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were...
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, we learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
That, in fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a... There is no harm in telling you, the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murder...
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphans, in his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and... Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the... In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just...
So I know it's so soon.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you... On to the next step!
It's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato,
Are they out on...
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it.
We'll be heading in then.
Alright, thank you.
Hmm?
No, hello.
Hello, dears. Is there... Of course, traveler. Yeah. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings. As for the commissioner himself, well, you know.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro.
Very much so.
Yeah, so it's still Yashiro, Commissioner. Ayaka is still the lady of the house, no changes there.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here.
Alright, goodbye for now. We're, great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's...
Very well.
You too, man. I mean, you're not traveling, but you know. Oh, do we finally get to go here? Please? Yo, Xavier! What's up, man?
What kind of person comes to a place like this?
Hey, I wasn't spacing out. I was pondering some problems.
Sure you were. Your eyes were glazed over, dude. You were a million miles away.
I never expected her to say dude. You sure you were, dude?
Why are you making fun of me? I told you I wasn't spacing out.
Oh, he said Tatarasuna.
Oh, is there something you want to know about Tatar? My name's Xavier.
Xavier or Xavier? Or Xavier? Won't you?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand? Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma. Oh, well, I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost
A couple?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long...
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something?
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I... Of course!
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Bye-bye.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but... Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Aww.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go eat...
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment...
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last...
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh?
Oh, bro, there's so much I can't
I
read.
presume you'll want to read mine as well.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back.
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow. So many new
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that...
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that...
And they're back at it. These guys are...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at us.
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out...
Will do.
That's so sweet. Oh fuck.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon. Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until... The Balladeer? You look troubled.
Are we gonna tell her?
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so...
Okay. 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 Created by the Electro Archon, he was a puppet who linked the long end. Prevents them about their thinking. He tried in vain to become a deity with Gnosis, so ended up losing everything.
That's quite... So, this puppet known as the Ballad... But how is he... As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently.
Oh yeah!
I don't recall... Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world...
So, you believe this person really existed?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struck the Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul. And it all... So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding...
It actually is incredible. Like, what the fuck?
Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was... Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a... This story makes sense. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained that power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase...
Yeah, it does make sense. It just feels so hopeless.
Please wait a moment.
He's still alive, isn't he?
This should be the one. It turns out that I have a string...
What is it?
A record from a personal collect. You should take a look.
He's still alive. He's still alive. Because he's a playable character. He's still alive.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for...
Hold on. So this record survived from...
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that.
Oh, fuck. I see. That's actually kind of smart.
But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the...
That's incredible!
Oh! So that's what she did. I see. So that's what she did before time actually changed. Because she was like, yeah, I have to do something.
And sending
Oh,
the
that's so
traveler
smart.
and the Ermine soul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. And this story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the... But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among them. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely
Among
you can
Us?
help us find a way to solve this."
Sorry.
The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive, this memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory of him at all.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Ermin's soul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
But this is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the trouble. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of... And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Mihiru's right. Cheer up.
Good idea. Paimon.
You got it. Come on, Trev. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
That's sweet.
What should we eat first?
He's still alive.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get some... What is it? Have you figured...
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Oh my god.
Hey! Hey!
Hmm? You mean?
No, not you. That kid. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work, I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out...
Leave it to me. I'll find...
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First...
Hey! What do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Oh.
This should be enough. Guess I should Huh? You two over there. You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
a puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down... Okay, but please...
Are you really working for that guy? He said you...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while. Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to this...
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked...
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like, imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird. But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable.
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of
Thank you. All right, done.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do...
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything.
You say that you were trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inas...
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it's... But these two claim that they know me. And that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but...
Oh, like a past?
Yes. Something far more distant than the past. So far away...
Okay. I have to ask. Oh, you want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something...
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and you drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go.
I gave everything I had. But
in terms of the outcome alone?
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likely.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies...
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy. He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't...
Lesser Lord Kusanali. As the god...
Yes, it's all true. I can even...
Please, I want to see them for...
Even though it will cause your present self...
I'm just a puppet. With no heart and no name. There is nothing in this...
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one...
Don't worry. Whatever danger I...
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him?
Oh, good point. Given your,
Understood.
Thank you.
Shit.
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Nope. I wish I had Jean leveled up.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies
sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion.
Is that because
you could see?
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work. Hmm? There's someone past. You're awake. What? Huh. Not a scratch.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's,
and the rest is his.
In the original version of events,
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
This is where you were born? It's pretty.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but...
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make
There we go.
swords, but the factory manager died. And then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time.
But you can't.
Yup. We're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him.
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
Ah.
The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family!
The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I have been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Yahoo! Committed to memory. Brace yourself.
I slipped up.
Think you can get away?
Lightning flash!
Yahoo!
Let's end this quickly. This isn't good.
Grow.
What an annoyance.
Take this!
Use this first.
Sharing my knowledge. I see everything. Winter gliding. Here we go.
That's
faster. Oh. Everyone hold hands.
Use this first.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff.
That seemed to work. What an annoyance.
Lightning flash!
This may hurt a little.
Use this first.
Life goes on. I see everything.
That seemed to work.
Committed to What? Yahoo!
Take this!
Grow.
What an annoyance.
Here we go.
Use this first.
Thunderclap!
The Temple of Wisdom. This may hurt a little.
That seemed to work.
Lightning flash!
Yahoo!
What an annoyance.
Hey!
This.
Think you can get away?
Put your back into it. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Not breaking a sweat.
Let's play!
I see you, my dude.
Make yourselves
You
a
can't
move.
run.
Grow.
That all you got? Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Orders given. Orders received.
You can't run. Well,
Lightning flash!
looks like I went too far.
This place is dark.
In the original version of events, the travel... Such a creepy atmosphere.
So how did it change?
Hey, look over there!
Well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison.
What a funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what...
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being taught... Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop By then, see you at the victory feast.
poor little tongue? Forget it.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Here we go! Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Yeah.
Winter shall eventually. Make yourself a little. Let me amuse myself a little. Brace yourselves.
Prepare yourself.
Roll. Over here.
Lightning flash. No escape. This is not the end.
Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. Over here. Master, you really know how to get me going. Yahoo! Sacred name, fortune preserver. Commit it to memory. The more, the merrier. Let's play. Look at me. Just once more.
Special cutscene, please. Please.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend...
Nothing worse than what I've been through before.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing mattered?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes.
In your eyes?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim, no matter the consequences. I won't run from blame. Can you return my memories to...
Huh? But what?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you... Are you sure you want to...
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my... I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, so I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose.
Very well. Since your mind is made up...
Special cutscene? Oh my god. Okay.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is... my...
Is he alright? No way!
That's so fucking cool.
Are you done yet?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Oh!
Die. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Questions?
He does have all of his memories now.
On the game. Insignificant past! The wind rises.
Oh my god.
Upon the gale. At my command, you shall fall. You're dead. Upon the gale.
Interesting.
Feeble human. Squall fury. How amusing. My endless cycle begins! Search for it. Nothing worth mentioning.
Have to eat, have to eat.
Too slow. The wind rises. Insignificant past! That's far enough. Squall and fury. Feeble human. Bow your head. The wind rises. Insignificant past.
Interesting. So he has all of his memories back. That's kind of... Huh.
Imbecile.
It disappeared.
What did you expect?
There's the tone of voice again. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing...
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on.
This is interesting. That is super interesting. So he has a bit of his old personality traits, but he has his morals now. He has morals. It's actually kind of cool. Wow. Okay. This was very interesting. Wait. So what would Tartaglia say about the Balladeer now?
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon. You don't like being addressed by...
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless.
But that doesn't mean your own path.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had. You weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can... Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of us. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not...
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when...
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't...
Yes. And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information.
Why would you go to such length?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you... But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you,
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins... Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guy. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best...
I'm glad you're able to think of it, Traveler. In the future, I'll continue to search, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no... Some things in this world can never be brought back. And they can never be changed. Which is why there is everything that you feel is real and lasting. And whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they?
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feet. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
What's your name?
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Yay!
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick us up.
Why?
Because...
Then I hope we don't see much of each other.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know... The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name you're after...
Okay.
Have you got anything?
Oh shit, okay. You can obtain the item from the Archon Quest Interlude in the version of Genesis, which will allow you to change Eon's Adrift Wanderer Animos name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this one. Some race games. Oh, okay, so it's just a name thingy. Wanderer? What would I name him? I want to name him Fandango now. Oh my god. I kind of want to name him Fandango now because of his name Scaramouche. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the Fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo, 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 where did we go? Where did we go? What would be a good name? Xenos, maybe, because his name is Viator. What would his name be? I'll name him Viator. No. I mean, Viator is just another name for wanderer. I'm pretty sure, or traveler. Fuck. Fandango, Galileo. Okay, either I go with Galileo or Fandango. Alright, I'm gonna name him Galileo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, alright.
There. Now you have it.
What about a nickname? Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me...
You mean
the doctor.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate.
One more thing.
Galileo.
There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve...
I see. Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Alright. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone. What he went through today would have been like living an entire...
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
Epic. Well, that was nice. Nobody knows me. So for monstrosity.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi.
You mean because...
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. The dark clouds had disappeared. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, all these expressions of joy, melted. Life is a...
me how to break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were...
That one didn't change.
You sound lost and I know why you are troubled.
Huh? Is this...
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. When a small animal, like a vase that falls to the ground, whether it is...
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
You can't really change it. Is that the thing? You can't truly change it. Like I say, all came rushing back anyways.
History does not change easily, but human hearts can.
The voice has disappeared.
I can't be the Hydro Archon. There's no fucking shot. Why would you be in Fontaine?
And who the heck was that? Anyway, feels wrong just leaving it there.
Nope. She's actually being responsible for once. Huh. Cool. Nope. What's that? Hold on. Oh, you made just a new put a person. Also, you must be given cannot be changed. Okay. I don't really want to change my name. Like I like Kiko. Is that okay? That's really all I can do. Okay, it's just a bunch of random stuff now. All right. Haven't finished this one yet.
Following thunder!
Think you can get away? Yeah! Ha! Yeah! This way turn a little. Yeah! Yeah! Grow, grow, grow! Yeah! Help! Committed to memory.
Here we go. Let's play. Time for takeoff.
This way turn a little. Yeah! Yeah! Everyone hold hands.
Take this!
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Brace yourselves. Think you can get away?
Hey! Yeah!
Let's play.
Temple of Wisdom!
Thunderclap!
Grow, grow, grow! Committed to memory!
Yahoo!
This way turn a little.
Time for takeoff.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Grow, grow, grow!
Chances to practice.
Oh, now that guy has a head full of grandiose plans fueled by raw ambition. I don't understand a word he says once he starts talking about his theories. But as long as he keeps our cash reserves stocked up, I'm not complaining. Oh, dinner was quite the feast. Today was... A warrior must always be ready to face any...
Here we go.
Let's play.
Take this!
Here we go. Think you can get away?
You're open! Here!
Time for takeoff. Yahoo! Think you can get away? Wouldn't gliding be fast?
Take this!
Yeah. Let's play. Everyone hold hands.
Here!
Yeah. Committed to memory. Yeah. 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 This way, hurt a little. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Committed to memory. Grow, grow, grow. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Take this!
Think you can get away?
The academia?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's go see!
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
Did you hear what happened? It's the academia.
The academia? What happened this time?
lotus that's been reunited with its leaves, or a Sango pearl that's found its shell. My mind is growing even bigger. It feels I'm getting smarter. How should I put this?
My name is Chang Yu. Time for some training?
May knowledge guide you. Here, let me help.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty boy.
One with my blade. From whence you came!
Brace yourselves. Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Committed to memory.
Thunderclap! I got carried.
Let's play train a little. Make yourselves at home.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Take this!
Brace yourself.
Bellowing thunder!
Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
Guys. Sharing my knowledge. Hey.
How rude.
Take this!
Can't run from death.
Everyone hold hands.
Yahoo!
Grow, grow, grow.
Brace yourselves.
I see everything. Yeah, commit. Yeah. Everyone hold hands.